We're talking about the Community Soup Kitchen with Mary Lardi
Yes.
and Jim Gribus. And Martha's over there because she knows something about everything. So, Martha, tell us about this Community Soup Kitchen.
Well, I know it's the third Saturday of the month at the IOOF Hall on Liberty Street, 11 to 1.
And by the way, I just got from my wife, Ben is going to preschool today. He's feeling better.
Oh, well, that's
He's
good.
going to preschool. Good luck to
Okay.
Ben.
So, and you have all kinds of wonderful volunteers, and it's
We
been
do.
going, what, it's 3 years?
3 years. We
now.
started actually
Yeah.
Mary's Kitchen at St. Mary's 6 years ago.
Is this the one that's held at the...
Oddfellows.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of split. So
It-
now there's
it-
two.
There used to be something at St. Francis?
No.
Or, no, the Human Resource Center on Saturdays and Thursdays.
Right.
Well, they still do. Mary's Kitchen still does that.
We started Mary's Kitchen 6 years ago when Father Thomas was there. And after 3 years, he left and we got a new pastor who said, you can't use the hall because someone is coming in to rent the hall and they don't want the public there. So he said we could go down to Cabrini, and we said no because most of our people walk and they're elderly, and that's a mile. It's like 1.1 mile. So he said we could use the church basement, and then he wouldn't let us at the last minute. And then he offered us the Human Resources Center on a contingency. 3 months, see how it went. But we were
Or you can like stand out in that field over there.
well, no joke. And we were getting between 80 and 100 people, and
So there was a
it didn't
definite
fit
need.
for us. Yes.
Yeah.
So out of the blue comes John Hagstrom, and God love him. I'd never met him, and he offered us the Oddfellows Hall for free. So we are there the third Saturday of every month, and all of the people who worked with us at St. Mary's, there's at least 14 of them, have come with us, and they work, and we have 8 to 12 different kinds of soups. We have fresh fruit, we have grilled sandwiches on homemade bread, we have desserts, beverages, and people are welcome just to come and visit. I mean, there's no charge, and it's all funded by those of us who work there, although my brother's been very kind about donating.
Mm.
But we would accept donations from like an organization, or
Absolutely.
I'd love to be sponsored by an organization because we're not affiliated with the church. We don't have the advantage of collecting money.
Right, you
to
can't go on a
support.
Sunday morning and say, hey, we need some help here.
Somehow I don't think that would fly.
Okay. You could go to a church and
But-
announce that, and they go, who is this person?
But we've been very, very blessed. The Conneaut Foundation, God love them.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got a $1,000 grant. They have been amazing. So we've been they're wonderful. They're a wonderful organization. So we're very thankful. It's a fly by the seat of your pants ministry. We never know who's going to be working, how much soup we're going to have, or how many people we're going to have. But it works every month. So
Well, I want to talk a little bit more about funding, but I don't want to cut you off in mid-sentence because I didn't read my commercials well enough. So we're going to go to a break, but you said it's funded by us or something like that, and
it is
so
totally.
well, we'll talk about what the us is in a minute, and more about. Is it this Saturday?
Yes, it's tomorrow
Okay,
at the Oddfellows Hall, 253 Liberty Street,
yeah,
from 11 to 1,
right across from the municipal parking lot there.
right across from the
Yes.
Rock. Yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll be back. Talking about the Community Soup Kitchen, and it is the third
Saturday.
Saturday, and it's at the IOOF.
Yes.
So tell me though, how long has it been going on?
At the Oddfellows for 3 years.
Okay. And how long has it been going on overall before you moved it to the Oddfellows?
6. So it's over 6 years now from when we started. There was never a soup kitchen at the Oddfellows Hall. We moved there.
Right. Yeah.
So 3 years we've been there. 3 years we were at St. Mary's.
Do you have about the same number of people there?
Demographics, of course, have changed in the city. We now don't have as many children and young families as we did when we first started. There's mostly elderly, widowed. We do have one of our workers who has a commercial kitchen that you would die for, and he makes a loaf of homemade bread. Everyone goes home with a loaf of homemade
Wow.
bread. Yeah. And
Wow,
then
that's
at Christmas we do a mitten and a tree and like a giving kind of tree. Yeah, but it is totally funded, except thank you to the foundation.
Right.
By those of us who work.
So how many
Like,
people work?
Oh gosh, between 14 and 17 actually.
So you have 14 to 17 people volunteer to go in
Yes.
there and make the food and everything,
Yes,
and
and
then
they
they
are
also
amazing.
put in all the money.
Yes, because we don't have a budget, so whenever we apply for a grant, it's actually humorous because we don't have a budget. We don't know.
Is that so? You don't get money because of
We
that?
get no money. Like I said, my brother has been very kind to give a donation once a year. Jim is amazing. He if we get really low and it's like, geez, because we also pay for insurance at a rider, so a hold harmless.
Right.
So at the hall for
So
liability.
if somebody stumbles into a pot of soup, you don't
Yes.
get sued.
Oh,
And
they
we-
don't get near that.
Yes.
Keep them out of the kitchen.
Get out of the kitchen. And then we also pay for a post office box. So when our funding gets really low, it's like first we pray, and that's the thing that we do. It really is a ministry because we are from all kinds of churches. Most of us are from St. Mary's, but we have the Baptist church, we have the Methodist church, we have no church. I mean, it's just really
that's right.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And we all pray like we did at St. Mary's before, that we don't kill each other. That's what the prayers for.
Oh, and by the way, we need money.
So we do not charge. We have had people come to the soup kitchen who insist on giving a donation, and we say no.
Oh,
because
really?
It isn't
Yeah.
fair. It isn't fair to the people who can't do it, and there are a lot who can't do it.
So do people come that maybe they want to give a donation, so they just like the camaraderie, just go there to see people?
And they're more than welcome. Yes, and it's nice. They don't eat and then leave. They can sit and talk and stay as long as they want. It's really nice. And we do a theme every month. Like we don't just cover the tables. We do the whole everything. It's fun. It's
So
a
what are you doing
blessing.
tomorrow? Do you have
Tomorrow's
turkeys
all
and
turkey.
stuff?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
You're in turkey soup?
Actually, what we're doing, usually we do, usually we do grilled ham and cheese on the homemade bread. Tomorrow we're doing grilled turkey breast with provolone.
Ooh.
So that'll be good. And then all of our soups. So it's a real blessing to do. It's a lot of work
I bet.
for one day a month, but the rewards are it's great. But it gets scary when we get down to like $50 in our account, and it's like,
Yeah.
but it always has worked. I mean, it's always.
But it is amazing too that
we have a call. Maybe we'll
Sure.
get back. Hello, you're on the air.
Okay, you can put this on your list. You got a call today.
Okay. All right. Dear diary, I got a call today.
Write that down.
This is sort of what Paula Marbury used to call a God thing.
Uh-huh.
Because the Friday night dinners was the same thing. You never knew who was going to help, but you always had enough. We never ran out of food, and it's just sort of like the loaves and fishes, and it does come, and it is fun. It really is. It's tiresome sometimes, but anything you do for God, you get paid back somehow or other along the way.
Amen.
I totally
Do you
agree.
have a phone number for donations or whatever?
We don't really have a phone because it's not our building.
Uh-huh.
I can give you my cell phone number if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay, 440-645-0159.
Okay.
And I totally agree with you. It's a goosebumpy, you can't believe how it worked afterwards.
Yeah.
And none of the food that we have, if we have any left, is we give it all away, right
Yeah.
down to the milk, the butter, whatever
Yeah.
we use. So nothing is in the hall
Yeah.
because we don't cook in the hall except to grill the sandwiches.
And the prayer does work. Years ago, I read a book, and George Mueller was one of the people in it, and he got up early every morning and prayed, and he had an orphanage, one of the first ones. One morning, they just had nothing for the children at all, so they sat at the table and they prayed, and there was a knock on the door, and the baker's truck or whatever, it wasn't a truck then, I guess it was horse-drawn, but something had broken down, and he had all this bread, and he wanted to know if they could use it. And it wasn't very long afterwards, then there was another knock on the door, and the guy delivering milk, something had happened, he couldn't deliver his milk. And so he gave the milk to the kids, so they had bread and milk for
I
breakfast.
think that's what I love the most about it. It is so ecumenical. I mean, there's people from all different churches all working together for the community, and it's a way
And
to
some
give
people that
back.
aren't in churches too.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Absolutely.
people that aren't in church, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We have wonderful people that work, wonderful.
Are they
You're more than welcome to stop by sometime and see us. It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Do you have like a Facebook page or something? That,
No, we are not that sophisticated.
You know, it doesn't take that much.
Post office
we
box.
have a post office box. We really fly under the radar. We really do, because we're not sponsored by a church. You know, and that helps, because they can collect at church whenever their funding is low, where we don't have that privilege.
But if you have a post office box, somebody could mail a donation.
If
Yes,
they have that.
unfortunately, our post office box is an old number for the Conneaut Chamber. So most of the mail we get is for the chamber.
Oh,
Oh.
From like 8 years ago, I think she told me, Wendy told me.
Oh my.
But that's okay, it's all good. It's all good. But if a check comes, you know,
We'll take
might
it.
have to go, what to do,
oh,
what
that's
to do.
all right. Conneaut Chamber call. Hi, well, my name is Conneaut Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
Now, you said you got $1,000 from the
From the,
foundation.
yes.
And that's
oh.
wonderful. But that couldn't possibly go real far.
No, it doesn't,
I
Martha.
mean-
And as you know, last year we got 600, and the first thing they said to me was, I had never written for a grant in my life, and I just really prayed and said, if you want this to go, God, you gotta help
Gotta
us
help.
out here. And
And
we
it
got
did.
600,
Yeah.
and what they said to me was, why didn't you ask for more money? But we didn't want to look like
Greedy?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
This year we
I know,
asked for 1,000,
Yeah.
but you're right. We
Yeah.
spend at
I
least
mean-
$330 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
was
the
just- that was my next
$1,000 will be.
question.
I'm
yeah.
surprised it's not more.
It probably is.
But
It is, because we
Because
all
you all
donate.
donate.
Yeah, we all,
Yeah.
like, a lot of times
Yeah.
my husband and I will donate table coverings and decorations, and Jim will bring
Supplies or
cookies
whatever.
and, yeah, because we have to
we
pay
need.
for supplies too.
Yeah.
So that,
now,
that
now
counts.
you're in Ashtabula.
Right, I
Yes,
live
he's
in
from
Saybrook,
Saybrook.
actually.
Okay,
Comes
so how did you
faithful.
get involved in all this?
Well, years and years ago, I had a number of people here in Conneaut that I was friends with. My dad worked at the Ecstatic, and that's
Oh, I didn't know
where I kind of. And I lived in Pennsylvania, but when I was a teenager, I'd come over to the old PV, to the dances, and that type of thing. So I had a number of people here in town that I knew, and then when I retired, I worked at a chemical plant in Ashtabula for 32 years. Well, backing up just a little bit, I was a professional photographer for 39 years or whatever it was, and I photographed a lot of weddings here in Conneaut over the years, a lot of them. And so when I retired from my job in Ashtabula, I decided I wanted to get out when I was 62, so I retired at 62. And my wife said, do we have enough money? Is it going to work out? I said, it'll work. It'll work. Well, I wanted to retire and do volunteer work. So I volunteered at Ashtabula Hospital for 5 years as a comfort runner. I facilitated that program. And then I heard about Mary Lou when they were at St. Mary's and their program, and I said, I actually came over to donate some things for them. And that's when one of the, was actually Maggie Dennison says, you need to work with us.
Maggie was one of the first ones. There were 5 women when we started the soup kitchen, and Maggie was one. We have, most of our workers are retired. A lot of them are. We have Ron Wahanick works with us faithfully every month.
Great guy.
Gloria Bartone, Dwayne Rude, who threatened to call in. Well, I was here, but he better not do
Call in, Dwayne. Tell her something embarrassing.
We have Jim and Shirley. He goes, oh, you want to know what's embarrassing? One Thanksgiving, we made Dwayne stand out front with a pilgrim's hat on,
Oh,
and he was bringing people in. So
And it worked.
I mean, it's fun. We have
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
fun. We
it's like
really
that
do.
guy at the
The
income
Liberty,
tax-
yeah.
Liberty
Oh,
guy,
Liberty,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Central
Liberty,
Liberty,
yeah.
yeah.
But we have in Jim and Shirley English help, Renee Lilly. We just have such a wide variety of people. You know, I think our youngest workers maybe early 40s, but it doesn't matter. It works. So
Well, we've had some younger people
Kids
too.
do their community
To do their
service.
community
Yes, they're more than
service.
welcome to do community service with us. Although they have to obey the rules. I mean, we don't know what.
Well, what fun's in that?
Well, you're not just
Wow.
gonna sit there on playing text messaging
Yeah.
when you're supposed to be.
Oh,
reading.
yeah,
Yeah.
We don't allow
We
that.
have Jim and Adrian Westcott, who are an amazing couple. They have such a ministry. They were a couple who would make all this food and take it to places like in southern Ohio that would flood. And they were from the Methodist Church and the Baptist Church, and they're wonderful. We're just so blessed. We really are. We really
So
are.
how many people come to one of them?
It varies. We've had as many as 100. We've had as few as, when we first started, we only had like maybe 25 people. It was at St. Mary's Hall. And like I said, there was just 5 women that started. We had made soup and went from there. And now it depends. We have these wonderful gentlemen that come who are carnies, and they spend all summer.
Where do they come from?
Come and see the yak woman? Do they do that?
Where are they from?
They are from this area, but they work in Florida all summer, and they come back in the winter. And I just love them. They're so fun to talk to, and and we have Jim and I went and did the food service class that we had to have, and I was a paramedic for a long time, and we have first aid kit, and we know CPR.
So anybody chokes on
Yes,
the food?
yes.
we gotta
That's
take
something
care
else to look forward to.
Gotta
Keep a
take
blood
care of it.
pressure cuff there. Yeah, we've been so blessed with, geez, do I dare say this? No incidences. I mean, the people who come are amazing. They're thankful, they're funny. It's just a great time. It's a lot of fun. It
What's
really is.
amazing too, the people that do come, we have a number of them that come back every month.
Some from
But-
6 years ago are
Yes.
still coming.
But we
yes.
have other ones that we see entirely different faces, entirely strangers. One time,
Right.
stranger.
And I know-
not any
And I know
longer.
Renee Roach
It's
has
amazing.
said this, but this is so true. We have had transients coming through. We've had homeless people, and it just makes you appreciate how much you do have. And when we get those people, we pack a lot of extra sandwiches. We give them fruit, we give them bottled water, whatever we can. So it's all about giving back. That's what it is.
That's what it's for.
Yep.
Tell me about the soup.
Oh.
Tell us about, how do you make the
Awesome.
soup?
I think Fairmont
Okay.
had a few samples.
Oh.
No processed
One-
foods.
No, nothing
Well, that's what-
processed.
Yeah.
A
So
friend-
you don't open up a can of giant can of soup or anything?
No.
We have a good friend of ours who's taking a break kind of because she's going through some medical issues, is famous for her stuffed pepper soup. And in fact, the first time she wasn't there, Judy Matei, who I know is watching, is a big help to us, and she made the soup. And the people came up, and at the end, somebody came up and said, "That's not Mona's stuffed pepper soup." But we have a new helper, Helen, who's been there for about 6-7 months with us. She comes from a Puerto Rican background, and she makes this Puerto Rican soup.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Oh.
And tomorrow she is making noodle and sausage.
Oh.
I know we have chili coming tomorrow. Vegetable. We have all different
Cheesy
kinds.
potato and
Cheesy
ham.
potato and ham. Yeah, it's different, really different kinds. It's amazing. It's fun.
So how do they bring this in that you don't cook it there?
They bring it in a crock pot.
All right.
We also
You must have to go through an awful lot of crock pots.
We do, and we have containers with lids. So we do not do carry out like Mary's Kitchen does. I know a lot of their clients are people that Renee has on a list, so they get delivered, but we don't do that. But we do have lids, so as long as they eat at least one bowl of soup there, they can have a lid to take it home with them.
Okay.
And like I said, we don't have as many children as we used to,
No.
but people are moving away.
Or they're just fewer.
Or there's, well,
Changes in lifestyle.
but it's all nutritious. We have 3 kinds of fruit every month, beverages.
What kind of food do you have tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll have a lot of times we get the little halo oranges.
Oh, yeah.
We have
yeah.
that. We always have bananas.
Bananas, apples.
And we always have apples. In the summer, we'll do strawberries
Mm.
or
Watermelon.
watermelon. Yeah. But the homemade bread is amazing. It really is, and it makes the
And everybody
best
gets a
friendship,
loaf.
And everybody gets a loaf. Yeah.
We have a variety of beverages that we offer them.
Oh, all kinds.
We have, of course,
Beer and a shot.
No,
Yeah.
Bailey's in the cupboard.
That's for the workers.
Wait, he thinks we're kidding.
No, we have
Don't
apple
tell
cider
tales.
tomorrow and cranberry juice.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds
water,
good.
Coffee, hot
tea,
chocolate.
Hot chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, we give.
And tomorrow,
bottled water.
probably need it. It's going to be
Yeah.
getting cold.
Yeah. And it's, in a way, it's so, it's wonderful because even when the weather's bad, you have people that walk, that come. There are a few individuals who are very elderly and not really stable. We will stop at their house with a box. We always feed the police department. They're so appreciative.
Oh, I
Yes.
bet.
Yeah.
Do they come over and get it, or you
No, we
take
take
it
it
over?
over.
Take it.
Oh,
And
that's
it's so
nice.
nice to be able to walk into that place like as a free person and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So wait, so do you have some background as not being a free person? It sounds like it's nice to be in there where I'm not under arrest for a change.
It depends on who you're talking to. But it's all good. It's all good.
Oh my.
It's just a wonderful place to be. We're just really lucky.
The caller was talking about the Methodist Church. They don't have their dinners anymore.
Friday
No, they
dinner.
don't do that
I know.
anymore.
So does that impact at all?
I don't think so. Not for us.
I just wondered because they don't have the dinner on Friday.
You
They
know,
come on Saturday.
You really need a central in-town location. I mean,
Yeah,
I
they've
hope.
moved, so I think a lot of people
I
can't
just
get there.
pray that we
Yeah.
can stay at the Oddfellows as long as we can, which would be nice, like I said, if we had or could partner with an organization or a church or somebody, so we didn't have to worry about finances so much every month. But like I said, you shouldn't worry because it's been taken care of. But you need to be central. You can't be down the harbor. And yes, there are probably people down the harbor that need
Sure.
Right.
lunches, but it's not like uptown.
I've mentioned this before, but Kathy Pape told me once that she's got people come to the library that have lived their whole lives within walking distance of downtown. They do all their shopping at the Dollar General or the stores downtown. All the grocery shopping is always done at Golden Dawn. And when they would talk at a library program about the lake, somebody would raise their hand and say, "What's the lake like? Is it nice?"
See, because
And
the
so yeah.
so the need is there.
Definitely.
It definitely is, and it's such a nice way to give back to the community. I'm a big fan of public service, having been a paramedic and an EMT, and my son being in law enforcement. You know, you're giving back to your
You
community.
can see a lot of need. How about we wrap? We'll come back and talk a little bit more, and then. All right. Talking about the Conneaut Soup Kitchen, and we will be back. What we have learned today is you have this soup kitchen, and you've got all naturally made soups, and you have homemade breads and stuff.
Yes.
But the people that show up, that make it and serve it, are the ones that are paying for it all. It seems like. Is that?
But here's the thing. 6 years ago, you know, if you're a religious person at all or a spiritual person, if you get this thing in your head where God is saying to you, feed my people, you have to, this is what you need to do, and you ignore it, then it gets worse and worse and worse. So we just decided, okay, well maybe we're supposed to be feeding the people. So ever since we decided to step out in faith and do that, we've just been totally blessed.
But it's worked.
And it has
So-
worked. And when you think,
But
how
I
does
was
it
just
work?
thinking, you know, if I were doing this, I would have a Facebook page and I would have a GoFundMe page, and I would be saying, you know, we need donations and mail them to this
But-
address, or you know.
But think about it though, Bob. We don't own the building. We don't. It's not our building. You know, to do fundraisers. It's not like we have a church hall where
Right,
we could
okay.
do fundraisers or
But if you took
whatever.
donations to help pay for the
Are
food,
you listening to what he's telling you?
I know, you can
He's
take-
our agent now.
That's right. Let him do your Facebook page.
There we go.
We would accept donations from, say, an organization or something, but not from the people that
right, the people that eat there.
That eat there.
But what, like, if how I don't know. It looks like it'd be difficult for people to find a way to help you.
It
You could
is-
sort of give your cell phone number, but what if people want? Can you give us a post office box or somebody in here,
Yes.
if they want to donate,
Yes, P.O. Box 722,
they can. Okay.
and that's in Conneaut. I have to laugh because every year when it's income tax time, we fill out an e-card because who would have thought we would get under $50,000 in donations? So it's almost laughable. But
So if they want to write a check out,
for $50,000, that would be a
Yeah,
good
we'll
one.
take it.
well, even if they want to give you $5, that's so. Who would you make the
any
check
amount.
out to?
Conneaut Community Soup Kitchen.
Okay.
CCSK Incorporated, it works.
Yes, it is incorporated. We jumped through a lot of hoops to get our nonprofit status.
I bet.
I mean, a lot of hoops. And when we did this was when the
Because I would have thought you were making big bucks out of this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, really.
This is when the government was having their crisis 3 years ago, and everything was put on hold, and we'd call and finally,
Oh, because they cut all the
yes.
positions. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's what they kept telling me. Oh, it's in crisis. So I went right to Sherrod Brown's office. I did email Patterson first, but didn't hear from him. So I went to Sherrod Brown. Within a week, we had our
Well,
status.
you're talking about Columbus and Washington there.
Yeah. And Sherrod Brown's office was amazing. And I did get a call from his liaison, and she asked if she could come sometime and see how we do things. And we said absolutely, but we would know who she was because
So she may have been
she
there.
would be
She has to
incognito.
come, but you know.
You don't know.
I don't
Don't
know.
you think she would introduce herself?
I don't know.
And-
You just don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
she's flying under the radar too.
Sherrod could send his wife. She should
Yeah,
have
Yeah,
to deal with
and
it.
I
Maybe
have
we'll
to
get something
say that when we were going through all this, God bless Chuck Lafferty, because he did our legal work, and
Oh.
he was amazing
Oh,
and
good.
kind and
Good.
really wonderful.
Yeah.
Took pity on us. Let's just say that. So
Yeah.
he was great. He's also my neighbor, which helps.
Oh.
But it was good. It was a lot of work. It was scary filling out all that paper and afraid the government was going to come after you. You have to be
Oh,
so careful.
yeah.
So see, maybe I was in trouble somewhere
Yeah. You just
with the government.
so next time there's food to go to the police
joy.
department, somebody else taking it. I
Somebody
don't.
else take it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people who don't, who belong to churches or organizations who are nonprofits, when you're doing all this work, paperwork, it's really intimidating. There's a lot of things you have to have. Then we had to go to a CPA to have everything notarized and paid a fee there, a hefty fee there, to have everything legal. So we are legal. I'm just saying.
Good.
There's one other comment I wanted to make. We talked about earlier about preparing our soups and so on. We try to buy local. We try to
always
get
would
our
buy-
supplies
we
locally
do.
Good.
and support the community. And I think that is important.
Sure.
And I know people do appreciate it. We may have to pay a few more pennies for something, but it does work.
Yeah.
And
You guys got the bucks.
Yes, we do.
yeah, I got the bucks.
It's time for Jim's going to show his wallet.
I'm down last $2, but don't tell my wife because she doesn't think I have any.
Give me that $2.
I think what makes us the happiest, we always tell the people who come to the Community Soup Kitchen that there is another soup kitchen the fourth Saturday and on those Thursdays.
Right,
And-
at the Human Resource
Yes,
Center.
Right.
and what
Resource
makes us
Absolutely.
so happy is that when we started this ministry 6 years ago, there was none anywhere. Nowhere. There were no soup kitchens anywhere. So it became so well known that apparently, it's my understanding, the bishop wrote a letter. Well, we were gone by then, saying he was very pleased and could they do it more than once a month.
Oh,
So something
that's why the
good
Thursday?
has, yes, so something good has truly come from us starting it way back when with like 3 crock pots of soup. And,
Well,
yeah, so that's
you
a
see,
good
you
thing.
see a lot of success stories like that in Conneaut.
And what's even more interesting to me, Tim Krause's Church of God, no, not
Church of
Tim,
Christ.
he's Church of Christ. Church of God started in the Oddfellows basement.
Is that the one in the
Yes.
row we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
out
Route
there on
7.
7. And another church also. So I thought, oh, see, it's probably been blessed a few times. And
Yeah.
we're good to
All
go.
right.
We got good vibes in
Very
there.
good. Tell us again, it's tomorrow from
11
to 2?
To one.
To one, okay.
Yes, at 253 Liberty Street.
Right.
The Oddfellows Hall. Although we have people that come, and there are a lot of really hungry people, they come, 10 o'clock?
But you used to be 11 to 2.
We
and
used to
then
be
you said
11
you
to
changed
2.
it because
We
they all
did-
come so early.
They do that
Yeah.
early, so.
Yeah.
So we did have.
But you could just go and eat. You don't have to. You're lonely for the day.
No, and
Martha's sitting there at home. And,
that's right.
and she's
and-
alienated all her neighbors.
Bring your neighbor with
You
you.
know, I think people really need to know that this is more of a community thing. This isn't just
It's
feeding
for
people.
anyone.
This is for anyone. It
Which
doesn't
is-
matter what.
Which is what they used
where
to
you
say
are.
about the Methodist Church thing on Friday night
That's
too.
right.
Yeah,
It's
it's for
all
anyone.
about communities. Our whole goal is, other than feeding the people, we never allow anyone to sit alone, ever.
That's
You
right.
get a lot of widows and widowers come in who just, sit by themselves, and one of us from the kitchen goes in and sits.
We'll have company. They want
Yeah,
to have
we don't
company,
let
too.
anybody
Yeah.
sit
Oh.
alone. So
Fellowship's important.
it is,
Excellent.
yeah,
Really.
and everyone is welcome. So it's.
And
like I
some
said, it is
some of
fun.
them come too. I know they're not hungry, but they come for hugs.
Aw,
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
They really.
Excellent.
So
All right.
we'll see you tomorrow there. You can help in the kitchen. You can help in the kitchen, see how blessed you are. Just stay for an hour. I'm serious. It's fun.
We'll feed you too.
Yeah, we'll feed you too. Oh wait, no, you're vegetarian.
Well,
we do have
Well, there's got
things
to be
with
something that he could.
Yeah.
Vegetable soup, maybe.
Do you eat cheese?
Oh, a little bit.
Oh,
But
so you're like real.
well, no. I mean, I'll eat cheese, but
Then don't go to Ireland, okay? I'm just saying.
all right. I won't. I won't.
Between the beef and the lamb.
And if we ask, they will come because Matt Crawford's waiting at this. We're going to talk to him in a little bit. So we'll take a break. Thank you for coming
Oh,
in.
thank you for
Thank you.
having us.